Hello, and welcome back to my 40-gallon worm bin. Today we are in the 40-gallon worm bin to give the 40-gallon worm bin its number 30th feeding. We're coming up to about a year in service. July will be about a year in service for my 40-gallon worm bin. And these guys have been trucking through all of this bedding. It's just simply amazing at how fast the worms in this system have processed the material in here. It's rather impressive. I'm gonna stand this covering up because I want the whole system to get good drinking when the mister turns on, and those coverings have been preventing that stuff from getting wet. A lot of worms in this bedding, so they're enjoying the nice wet spot here. I just put a bunch of castings in from the top covering. Looks like we ran into a banana peel here. We're going to move that over to the wetter section so that it gets some moisture back into it and the wormies process it. But there's plenty of bedding in here. I'm just going to scoot this aside. I think I just bumped into an apple. But yeah, these wormies have been working through this material and at an alarming rate. Bump into some of the old feeding zone down in here, but I'm gonna move some of this bedding back and try to reuse it. We don't need to put any more bedding in this particular section. This is a very deep worm bin, and these wormies don't really like going that deep, so don't want to put the food too far down away from them. All right. They're going to get a decent sized feeding today. We have quite a bit left in the bag and the bowl here. So they should be getting a nice treat. We got some carrots, broccoli, a banana peel. We got some peas. Oh no, light down, light down, light down. At least it fell on the plastic. I had it wedged in there very well enough. And there's some more stuff I got in here. I got a few pieces of bread that have been floating around inside the bag of drippy wet stuff. So we got the shoes of the bread. We'll put that on the top covering. Well, yeah, actually I will. I'll mix it with the food. And then we'll put the bedding back on top. And we'll pull some of this bedding over there, down there. Over there. Now I want to cover the bread. Get off the reach. Alright. I think that should do good enough covering. Just bubble wrap over the edge a little bit. Alright, yeah. We're looking good in here, guys. A little bit dry, but we'll hit the mister system. Oh, I stole the power. Hold on, I gotta steal the power back. There we go. Mister system. Looks like it's misting the area go good. Hit that a little bit longer. I really do like this mister system. It does a good job. Right now we're misting for 12 seconds every, no, 10 seconds every 12 hours. So hopefully this will get that feeding zone and this bedding a good amount of moisture so that these wormies can start processing. That's probably been about 30 seconds. Alright guys, we don't want to overload the bin with too much of everything, anything, one thing. Sorry guys, knocked the little light over that was charging that I stole the power from. Alright, we'll give these guys a little bit of vermichow on top of the bedding. Alright, that's enough vermichow. Ziploc that goodie bag. And I'm going to give these guys a good bit of coffee on top of that too. Yeah, we could do two. Alright, that's 2 scoops of the coffee, 1 scoop of the vermichow, and lots of dust coming. Let me pull this light out. Hey guys, thank you all so much for coming and checking out the the 30th feeding of my largest 40-gallon worm bin. Thank you all so much for checking out the feeding. That's gonna do it for the worm bin feedings for today. We've expended our bowls of food, and hey, y'all, new and exciting things coming up in the worm bin. These guys are gonna go for a little flying session into the greenhouse. That is a flower on Lisa. The dragon fruit are waking up, and there's another flower bud on Lisa back here in the dark. I just can't believe it, guys. Flower buds in March. This one's about a month old already, so this thing was a February flower on Lisa inside the freezing cold greenhouse in Pennsylvania. Yeah, we've been doing a good job of keeping the dragon fruit happy and stagnant over the winter. We've got new growth poking out of every which way and shape and direction one here, but more amazingly, the flowers. I know this isn't worm bin, but this is why I'm raising worms, so that I can take their castings and put it down as a top dress on my trellises to wake these guys up along with the compost tea. Hopefully between that and the top dress and the pea fertilizer that I'm going to put on them, some Pride Lands, bloom and feed, bloom and doom, bloom and doom. Yeah, we're going to get some more of them flowers, and hopefully these trellises are going to make me some dragon fruits this year. Hello, thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye now.